everybody, and welcome back to our little farming adventure. You'll notice there's quite a few things different. For one, I'm in a full suit of iron armor now. I've done quite a bit of mining off camera. I've mainly went around to these things. Went around to a few of them. I've kind of explored a little bit, looking for different wood types. Went all the way up here after like spruce and these. And just hit a few of those buildings on the way over. So I have a few diamonds, I have a few stacks of iron. You'll also notice on my back, I now have a jeweled backpack. This is the same mod we had for Better Minecraft. So it wasn't hard for me to figure out what I needed to do in order to make it. And I had just enough materials in order to make it. My limiting factor was emeralds back when I was making it, but I did make it. So we now have a backpack, and this is just going to stay with us for a good long while because the next upgrade to these things is... Hold on. It's actually in the advancements tab. Let's see. Yeah, it's either the fiery one or the wither one, and these two are tied to bosses in the game. So I'm not too worried about these. I didn't do a very good explanation on what this series is going to be. So I'll do that in this episode. This series is basically an in-between of my Better Minecraft seasons. This series is mainly going to be about the farming mods. I'm just going to work on the little like meadow and beautify, husbandry, herbal brews, farmer's delight. I want to finish a lot, if not all. Some things like this, we don't have a fermenter in game. I don't know why this is an advancement in the game, but I can't do it. There's bakery, there's brewery. Let's see, candlelight is another one. And then clutter is also one. But yeah, we have all those mods. I mainly just want to build up this island to be like this little farming district in the middle of the jungle. That's my goal for this entire series. I don't plan on this series being more than like 20 to 30 episodes. That's what I'm shooting for right now. So there's gonna be a lot more done in these episodes than with most of my series, because I typically take a lot of my series on the slower side. This one, my main goal isn't any bosses or anything. It's being just a gardener. Also, I redid my path out here. Oh, that's finally done. I also went off and found cows, because we need these. I want to eventually get all the animals, but for right now, these are the only ones I have. I've also cleared some space over here. I plan on putting up a, like, barn in this area. Well, I plan on putting up a few barns in this area. Going to cover up this water as well. And just build up this area a little bit more, but I need more time in order to do that. But I want to put up a barn in this area. I don't know if I want to dig it down one more, or I just want to leave it as is. But I've started clearing area because I think today's goal is to get these guys a place to stay. Hi. Also, in between episodes, let's see. I've collected a lot more seeds. There are tomato seeds here, flax seeds, I have corn kernels, avocado pits. I have a whole lot of seeds I don't use. I also finally found cabbage, so Farmer's Delight is definitely going to be a thing at some point. But major thing, I'm pretty sure I can already do this, but making an enchantment table. Okay. Only brings me up to 26, but I can actually do an efficiency enchantment. Oh, I got sharpness 3, efficiency 3. Kind of want to try and get fortune on this. I have fortune 1, but I want to try and shoot for a level 30 enchantment on that. Can I enchant the chicken? I cannot. Okay. Fair. I think we're gonna hold off on enchanting anything until I can get like full diamond everything, which I'm not quite at the spot for. I only have 30. So it's gonna be a little bit. Also, I finished establishing our botany pots up here. I don't know if I got these finished in the last episode, but I now have potatoes, carrots, and wheat, which are kind of like the 3 major crops for base game. And then I have the 3 major woods I'm building out of, which is swamp oak, oak, and then jungle. So all of those are now producing, and they're on top of barrels, which are down here. I now have another barrel right here as well that just has my bone meal in it. For every time I like bring bones and stuff out of the water, or I cut down fish or whatever, I can put the bone meal up there. And I have been fishing. I have these like messages in a bottle. You can open these? I want to keep that one up there. I don't want to touch that one, but this one, the creepers have a code. Oh, that's great. They have secret messages in the... Okay. They are like messages in a bottle. I didn't know you could open them. I just stuck them there because they look cute. Okay. If I want to bring this down one more, I need to make it... I need to make a bit more of the space even with everything else. But I also want to expand this area right here to be kind of a wheat field because I'm going to need wheat in order to breed up the cows anyway. So I actually kind of want to take these guys down. Also you. This was me testing to try and figure out how the heck I was going to grow these items. That's the only reason these existed. But I can bring this pathway further over this way. Do like a little step up here and then turn this entire thing into a wheat field. I don't want one of you here. I am eventually going to replace all of the jungle trees, but I don't want you here right now. Efficiency 2 and breaking 2. Okay. Oh, wrong spot. That's at least going to make life a little bit easier on the fact that I'm constantly having to make shovels. Should at least get me through this project. Okay, and there we go. A lot of cleared space. I plan on putting my barn, like, or my barns in general, up a little bit higher. So I'm probably going to take the trees off of this, terraform this a tad, put the barn up here, and then put the platform out here, like their hangout area, down the hill a bit. Okay, and there we go. Wheat field is now established. It's going to take me a bit longer to get all the wheat seeds. I thought I had a whole stack just sitting on backlog, so I've been getting rid of a lot of my wheat seeds. I don't know where that stack went, so it's just now gone. I also am being invaded by crabs. What is happening here? Why is there so many of you? I do love that those grew grass on top of them. Oh, one despawned. But our next goal is to get a barn right there and then put a little fence in front of it. Also, I've decided to rip up the path block that was underneath all of this. I like the look of the grass underneath these. It gives it a little bit more of an overgrown feel, which is what I'm going for in this area. It's just like overgrown garden. And there we go. The barn building itself is complete. Of course, I am going to have to put in fences and everything here in a second. But the actual barn building itself is complete. With sleeping areas for all the animals and everything else like that. The dirt here is regrowing because it turns out the pine trees from Meadow, if you force grow them, bone meal and everything. Now this could happen naturally with just how their trees spawn, which I'm pretty sure it is because if you force grow them, it should just do the same thing. But I had a bunch of podzol, coarse dirt, and rooted dirt. So that's how I got everything for the actual bottoms of this. Without having to actually make too much stuff. Which is good to know. Whenever I need rooted dirt for anything. But I was going through my doors trying to figure out what type of door I wanted to use, and I was just like, well, this door looks cool, but it's from a large tree. I don't even know where the sapling grows. So but either way, it is now done. Now I need to figure out how I want to do the fencing, like what type of fences I want to do. So I'm thinking about the macaw's fence. And there we go. The cow pen is up. It is ready to go. It is fully functional. I did bone meal the ground inside the pen after I put it up, just because I prefer how it looks to be slightly overgrown, because most of my buildings are going to be on the more overgrown side. So I just wanted that look. Also, I tried to get a duplicate of one of these type of jungle trees inside the pen, but it just didn't work. So it seems like I'm going to have to be decorating with large oak and large swamp oak trees, unless I want to try my hand at custom making one of these, which I probably will at some point in the later episodes. But for right now, just bone mealing regular trees is the easiest thing to do, especially since I'm trying to get these up. There's also plenty of flowers, plenty of grass. I cut down most of the tall grass. I did leave in a select few because it just looked good like that. But there we go. The barn and the wheat field are up. The wheat field is still attempting to get there. Slowly over the course of this entire time, I've gotten it this far, which is about half, I want to say, about halfway full. But I can now finally take this down. My next goal is to work on trying to get all the animals. Okay, I have literally pulled a gotta catch 'em all kind of statement and collected every single animal I could find. I only have one chicken. I could not find another one. I looked around the village, the jungle village that I went to get my sheep. I went to the plains biome where I got one of the pigs and one of the meadow type of sheep. You can see him running around over there, living his best life, but they're all crammed in here together. I also have a horse. You can leave names for the horsey in the comments. He will eventually have his own stables. But I need to build at least 2 more of these buildings just around so that the sheep and the pigs can have their own area. I need to build a small area for the chickens, and I need a stable for the horse. Stop your shenanigans! I'm gonna have to build a small separate pen for you. You're gonna cause chaos. Also, while collecting all of the animals we have in here, I also have a kiwi bird in there somewhere. He's really tiny though. You can't typically see him. You also can't typically see the chicken. They're in there. They're just typically off either in here or they're buried underneath all the other creatures. Okay. Sheep plushie has had to be moved. But I did vary up a little bit of this pathway, and the horse now has a stables. I am going to get a cauldron and some wheat in there for him, so he actually has some food. But this is kind of the finished design of the stables, and this gives me space to let this pathway go off that direction, and this pathway to go off this direction. But that being said, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye!